Even before the event began, Robert Miller's day had already gone wrong. Still before dawn, when the sun barely touched the rooftops, he received a call from the construction site supervisor. A serious leak had compromised part of the structure, and if it wasn't fixed that day, the financial loss would be significant. Robert immediately thought of Emily, his daughter, who would be presenting at school that afternoon for the very first time. He had promised to be there early, to sit in the front row, to record everything with his old cell phone. But he also knew that this heavy, manual and often overlooked job was what paid for her books, her uniform, and even the snacks she took to school every day. He chose to stay. He spent hours kneeling on wet concrete, carrying heavy bags, his hands burning and his body begging for rest. When he finally finished, he checked the time and felt his stomach drop. The event had already started. With no time to go home, he got into the truck wearing stained clothes, the strong smell of sweat and dust clinging to him, praying he would still make it in time to see her. When he arrived at the school, Robert walked slowly into the auditorium, trying not to draw attention, but it was impossible. The event was already underway. It was a special presentation. Each child would go on stage to talk about their parents. Before he arrived, parents had been introduced as doctors who saved lives, respected lawyers, executives from large companies. Well-rehearsed texts, polished words, polite applause. Robert listened to all of it in silence, standing at the back, feeling the weight of his dirty work clothes clash with that environment. He felt like leaving, thinking it might be better not to be seen. On stage, Emily waited for her turn, holding a folded piece of paper in her hands. It was a small text she had prepared herself, simple, written in uneven letters. When her name was called, she stepped up, took a deep breath, and began reading. But in the middle of it, her eyes found her father at the back. Tired, embarrassed, still marked by the long day. Emily stopped. She carefully folded the paper and decided to speak without it. That was when Emily said, "My dad doesn't wear a suit. He wears heavy boots and comes home tired. His hands are rough, but when he holds mine, it feels like everything is safe. After my mom left, he was the one who stayed. He's the one who learned how to cook, who brushed my hair even when he got it wrong, who taught me not to be afraid when the house felt too quiet. He works a lot, sometimes he arrives late, but he never stops taking care of me. He doesn't save lives in hospitals or speak fancy words in courtrooms, but he saved mine. And I'm very proud to say that this man is my father." The auditorium fell silent. Some parents lowered their heads, others wiped their eyes. Robert tried to hold back his tears, but they came without asking permission. For the first time, he didn't feel ashamed of his clothes, his delay, or his hard labor. When Emily came down from the stage and ran into his arms, no one saw a manual laborer standing at the back anymore. They all saw a father who gave everything he had when all that remained was to love and keep going.